If you knew the conversations that we have right before starting this show, they I don't know what to, hilarious, hilarious. Tim here has everything to do with mentoring a boy child and making them face a straight line of do not look at any woman, develop yourself. And I know that it's helpful. I know that this generation things are really going berserk, but sometimes these conversations are quite hilarious. But welcome. It's good to have you, and it's good to know that we get to share this space to talk about life, talk about how to live it, talk about relationships, talk about marriages. I know that so many of us are going through some shadows. I know some of us are going through some lack of clarity. We want to make decisions, and decisions, it feels so heavy on us. That is why we are here, so we can throw more light and clarify some of these things. So, the Bahatis are here.
Life is already hard enough to have a burden of another human being.
Life is
hard enough
to have a burden of another human being.
So if you have no ownership, a bit and some sense of ownership, you let that burden belong to someone else until you're ready for it.
You know, you're extending the behind the scenes into in the scenes.
And I'm serious about it. Any young man out there.
But do you think they are listening?
I don't know.
Sometimes I wonder if they really listen because they love following women, and I don't know what's in there, but they just love being in love. There are men who just love the idea of being in a relationship. Like they feel it's a trending thing. They cannot stay without a relationship, just like the women also. But the boys that you're talking to, I hope that they are listening.
Love is a mystery. That without the right fueling, love does not really exist. So the feeling of love is expensive.
The feeling of love is expensive.
Very expensive. I would say it's not sustainable. Because in the moment, someone thinks, find everything about me to feel like you are. And gone are the days where we were stupid in love. By that I mean...
And blind in love.
Blind and stupid and everything that was nice about it. Where you'd have the butterflies and you can...
Be head over
heels.
You
can walk 2 to 3 kilometers. You people in the city, for us in the villages, you'll be cornering a girl who is 2 to 3 kilometers away from where you stay, and the only time you have to see her is to crawl at night
and throw stones.
And when you have those signs where you say, I'll throw 3 stones on the Bahati, and then you know that I'm
around. I'm in the area.
I'm hiding somewhere in the east under a certain mango tree, and then she will find a reason to
sneak out.
And that was purely love. Today, orientation changed. There's been phases of orientation, mostly done by women who've raised their children singly, or to call them single mothers. They have raised their children and told them otherwise. The orientation here is, see how your father treated me? You see where we are, and you see what I have gone through. Never trust a man. If a man has nothing to give you, is a burden.
Make your own money.
All those things. So you can't tell me in this generation a young man at university who cannot even earn 5,000 shillings a day that you're thinking about a girl who's been told if a man is giving you nothing is a burden. Whether you like it or not, she'll look for Tim somewhere. And by the way, these days, they're only looking for men with rings.
With rings, yes.
And they're bold to say, a man with a ring will never bother you. Does not look for commitment. In other words, is just looking for a prostitute or a sex,
all not looking for commitment.
Something like that. And is going to fund you. That's why you find young girls at the age of 25 is driving a blue tech.
I know.
Where was that? 25 years.
You've not done any business.
I have worked. Yes, some of us have worked for 10 years and have never afforded one. How can you tell me at 25, 26 years you're driving one? The answer is as clear as it is. So why I tell my young men that love is a feeling that is very expensive. So don't waste your time to put a heart where it does not belong. Let your heart right now be swallowed up by making money, developing yourself,
Pursuing
making
your purpose.
pursue your purpose and career. When you have your money, don't date, don't kwana, just marry.
How are you going to marry without dating?
You wait for those that are
Marrying?
tired. You wait for those that are
Okay.
extremely
I'm
tired.
becoming speechless on this.
Very tired. I'm a believer of don't marry for the sake of love. It wears out very fast. Commit to someone that you want to stay with for the rest of your life. So that's why I say marry. But again, when you're marrying, be careful. Don't look for someone who is still adventurous, who is still trying to
To test here and there.
look for someone who is tired. Who has tried everything and it's like you. Tacha ina chayagala kuno. Is not
They want to settle down.
What they want is a husband, a man
That they can submit
that
to,
they can submit
respect
to
and build a home together.
There you'll have a home where you can return to and sleep in peace.
I know that so many people in the
Baby
same,
babidula bikubye byonna bikoye.
if it's alcohol, if it's what they have tested, everything that they need
and
to
it's
be able
all
to test.
vanity and they know it.
Yep.
So right now what they want is to be Mrs. So and so. And they will respect that. They will never want to lose that. So to any young man, I would advise, right now, make your money.
Make your money. I know someone.
Develop yourself.
Someone will counter.
Buy a plot.
Will counter that with a question and say, but why are you guys, when you talk about your story, it has love element, you didn't wait for someone who was tired, you didn't wait. I think it's simple, and you said it, that love has been formatted as time has been going.
You cannot
from
you
the baby
cannot
boomers
you
to the
can you
Generation
cannot
X.
outdo those phases because
can't.
it's been generations. And guess what? It is just increase. It's even getting worse.
Yes.
Because with most of this Western influence, it's now getting worse.
Right now it's contractual.
So right now, most guys are looking for sperm donors.
Yep.
Okay, and then the
Or
other
short-term contracts.
exactly.
Marry me for 3 months.
What
and
I'm
then
saying,
let's
what I'm
divorce.
saying is, it's
Yeah.
even getting worse. So
Yeah.
if you want to counter that, you
from
probably
from our generation was different.
Yeah.
This generation, then following generation is also different, and now this generation is
if you
different,
are
and it's getting
if
worse.
you are 40 years or about to make 40, just count yourself the last organic generation.
Yep.
Where you test
It's the life
where you
authentic,
tested the last
the real love.
organic and authentic, where you tested real life with real things, which from
Organic
the
love.
food you eat, you know. So right now, whether you like it or not,
Even
there are certain things that Ariella will never experience. Never yagala otya. One of them being playing at the neighborhood.
I know.
Where do you find it?
In our days, it was the
you
thing.
could skip like 10 houses and play. You knew up to 10 to 15 neighbors.
Not even 10, like the whole village. You can
Thank
even
you.
eat anywhere.
Yeah.
You can be disciplined by anyone.
Yeah.
But right now,
So
not even a teacher
that
can
authenticity
discipline you.
is completely
It has
dead.
been eroded.
You can't find that organic, authentic. This is the last generation that has tested that. The rest, impossible.
All right. And actually, part of what we're going to talk about today, it still comes back to that category. I'm glad that we've had this preamble, and I hope that you are able to take this into account and be able to make the tough decisions that you need to make about your life. Yeah, because that's the generation that you are in. This person says that I will change the name. Okay. This person says that, hey, Madam Bahati, I am Lincoln. Let me use the name Lincoln. I am Lincoln. I am here seeking for your advice. I'm in a relationship with this lady who is ever focused on her work. If I don't call, we don't talk. If I don't text her, she will never text. If I decide to be silent, she will be silent and never look for you. If I try to talk about this, she's ever saying mbo. She's always busy with minimal sorry and again after she does the same thing. We can spend a while without talking, and if I don't communicate or start a conversation, she will never communicate. I feel like I'm fed up with this kind of relationship because I feel like I'm putting in a lot of effort, but I feel like we won't go far because I can't bear this anymore. Please advise me, what should I do? Am I the one with a problem, or am I in a wrong place? Am I the one with a problem, or am I in a wrong place? And usually when someone asks me some of these, we charge for the couple sessions and even individual sessions. When someone asks me a question like this, most of the times I will not even call them in for the session. I will give them a sentence to open their eyes, to show them that there's something that is actually lacking. And it will be 1 or 2 sentences and tell them, make sure that you figure it out. But it's possible that this person actually does not love you, and I think I want us to be able to start there. What would get a girl to this? I know that the girls and boys do it. They tend to ghost each other. They tend not to keep in communication. But in this case, we are talking about a girl. What would get a girl to a place where she is stalling in a relationship? She said yes to a relationship. She agreed that yes, let's move out. Let's be an item. Let's be a boyfriend and girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, she starts to take a back seat, not put any effort into this. And when you put effort, she comes a bit. When you don't put effort, she goes. That means she is literally stalling in this relationship. I think for me, I want us to start there. What would get a girl to this place?
Before we go to that, he said, is it me with a problem or I'm in the wrong place?
Yes.
Both answers are correct. You are with a problem and you're in the wrong place.
Exactly.
2 things. You have a problem. Number 2, you're in the wrong place. Now, going back to what you were saying, whether you like it or not, Hilda, women, and I think you've said it before, can tell from the first day they meet you
15 minutes of
that
seconds.
they will love you,
Yep.
they will have a future with you, or they will not. The rest is just a game.
Yeah.
And how that game rolls out, it's up to you as a man to decode, properly interpret,
Yes.
and make a decision. And I've said before, they do not have the ability to lie. What happens is you constantly convince yourself against all odds to keep trying as a man, but the woman will show you from the first day that she's disinterested. She is not for it. Everything else will be a cover-up for some of the things that she thinks probably are supporting her in ways that can keep her limping until she finds someone that she loves or someone that she likes or the relationship that she's looking for. So she will want to keep you there,
entertained
a bit, serve a bit of your interests,
but not all,
until she can get where she wants, that she may dump you properly. So a woman does not have the ability to lie. That's why even after 20 years, even if you did everything that you can to get her into your house and even get 5 children with her, she will still
be the same. Yeah.
She will never change. The woman that you're seeing right now is the real her. And I've said, no wins, even if it's just, unfaithfulness, cheating. You understand? The day you caught her cheating and she told you, Wala Biebubi, it is not true. She's only telling you that you can live with me the way I am or walk away. So you respect yourself enough not to even call a counselor or anyone. Walk away while you still can.
Respect
Otherwise, you're setting yourself for a disappointment. You're just heaping piles of pain that you're going to carry with you. She will cheat on you with your friends. She will cheat on you with your brothers. She will cheat on you with everyone who tries to, because that's a weakness. And she did not lie about it. You found her. She denied to your face that she did not. But you could see that it is. What do you expect? You expect her to tell her that I did it? No. She will deny. But she will not stop doing it. She will keep doing it. So after 15 years, you're telling us that your woman is a cheat. And we are like, what was the first years of your relationship with her? That, there was this scenario that happened, I went to her place, it was at midnight, and I found her in a room with a guy, and blah, 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 but she said nothing happened. What did you expect? You expected to tell her that something happened? No.
Be
Girls,
wise.
women do not have the ability to lie about their true self. That's why in the first 15, 20 minutes of your date, she will know that she will love you, keep with you or not. And they never contradict themselves on that. If she's interested in you, she will chase you. She will pay the price. Those are the ones that you again get in the other category of I'm being used by this man simply because I love him. He's taking me for granted. Why? Because she is in for the relationship. So there are no middle grounds. She's either in or out. Whatever that you tolerate is just a matter of time. It will come and eat you, kill you, consume you, finish you. So make the decision right now. That's why I said you're in the wrong place.
And you're doing something wrong. Because then if you're doing something, the something wrong is you are pursuing something that has told you, mind your business.
Thank you.
All the actions have spoken loud and clear. Like crystal clear in a glass. That whoever you love, you give time. So if someone is not giving you time, that means there's something that is more important. And that is something that is more important. It's not about the job, because some of them, this is what they look at. Oh, maybe she has a really demanding job. Let me tell you, a woman can have a really demanding job and she will have all her time for you and attention and still be available. So that means she's showing you, I actually don't like this. And I like what you said, that some of these things that women do, they don't have the ability to lie. That when they say, like, it's cast in stone. If a woman will not love you, she will not love you. By the way, even if you cut yourself, even if you become who, by the way, you can even become the president of the country, there is just something that she will not love you. It is cast in stone. Like, if she knows that she will never love you, she will never love you.
Because
you don't have to be that you have money or you don't have money.
There's the bit about tolerating you because you're a good sponsor.
Yes.
Tolerate you because you're a good sponsor. Then number two.
And she's like, I can't miss that money.
Then number two, there's the bit about tolerating you simply because I don't want to be lonely.
Yes.
I want to hang out to a nice movie place.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone in my house.
Go to a restaurant and eat.
Exactly.
I want someone who can buy me food and bring
even
it.
flat. Even flat. Sometimes sex.
Yes, by the way. They want someone to have sex with.
Any of the above does not mean she's committing to you. She's just using you until the right person comes. She's waiting for that person to come. She feels like, I don't want this lonely space. Yeah. For as long as Mr. X has not yet showed up, I will still tolerate this guy. So
they have a picture of a man that they are looking for.
That they are looking for, and they are waiting.
And you are not the one.
Let me tell you, that kind of woman would even want to commit to a married man.
For as long as they fit the picture.
For as long as they fit the picture of the description that they want. But not you, a single guy, what a girl.
So you see how we say that it's cast in stone.
It is.
It's not you that she's looking for.
Yep.
You happen to be available right now.
You save yourself the pain by loving yourself more to stay in such drama, by loving yourself more to be used, by loving yourself more to be abused, to be taken for granted, to allow someone write on your history, script part of your last 5 years. You know, when you look back, the regrets we have, it's not the bad things that we have done, but the things that we knew very categorically clear that we had control over, we could change but never changed. Yeah. Every single tuluma, what really breaks us and hurts us. You're like, how stupid. How could I allow something like this to happen to me? I had control. I knew that it was going to come for me at a certain point, consume me, kill me, eat me up. You understand?
But I waited
until it happened. Why? How stupid. So if someone gave you an opportunity to go back 5 years ago, you'd want to rewrite that history. So my point being, why do you allow someone to have the opportunity to write, to script the next 5 years of your life? Okay? In a way you would want only and only to undo after the 5 years.
And to regret.
End it now. Walk away with your head high. Yes. Don't give excuses. Don't try to convince yourself. Don't even try to make yourself feel better. It's better that you feel so bad right now.
So what gets these women to doing this is, number one, they don't love you. They know that they don't love you. They are not interested. Number two, could be that I want someone to have sex with, and he's the one that is available. So I might as well go ahead with that.
And by the way, for your information,
sponsor.
the things that we're talking about are not even outside church.
They are within.
These things are within church.
They are happening.
We know it that we are pastoring you. Some of you, we know that you're having sex. You sleep with men.
That you don't even love.
Yes, we know that you're doing these things. Because someone will be wondering, is this a Christian TV? How come they're talking about? But yes, we know that you're doing these things. And that's why we bold enough to say and talk about them. Because we are dealing with human beings and we know. We know because we've experienced these things firsthand. Someone has walked in and said that, yes, I'm active. ABCDI.
And they speak about those things. Because I had a woman talk to another woman. Actually, this person, I would call them a woman because they were above 30. And they were still going through the same thing of entertaining someone that you don't love. But you're just, you're pulling their legs like puppets. Why? Because they're not willing to walk away. They're still available. And this woman had the courtesy to tell a fellow woman that, you know what, me, I don't even allow him to sweat on me. For as long as for me I get what I want, I chase him away. And I was like, there are men that are being treated like this in this town. And then after that, he will go, and then after that, still come back.
Wow.
And then come back, and then come back. And most of the times, they get into a depression. Because the end of this, if you don't do the right thing, you get depressed. Because this is an object of adoration that you had objectified and you had poured everything. Do you know that such people put all their hope in one basket? All their future. Because some of the signs that these girls or these ladies are stalling you is they will never want to talk about the future. Whenever you talk about, maybe one day we'll settle down, we'll have a wedding, they will run away from such conversations because they don't see themselves with you.
In that,
So they will never entertain any of those.
To do with commitment.
Yes. So if you want to
commitment.
See why, not even the reason, if a girl is stalling you, they never want, any girl would want to talk about a wedding, even if it's on the first date. They would want to talk about the future, or they would want to plan things together, or they would want to even show to the public. By the way, a stolen girl will never want to show you off to the public.
Introduce you to anyone.
Why? Because you're killing their chances. They are looking for Mr. Right,
and then
here you are, the Shrek, showing up, and I want to tell these boys or these gentlemen that the problem is not, the problem with you is you're pursuing, but the problem is not with you. The problem is lies with her. The lifestyle and what she wants. You fell into this and you failed to redeem yourself out of this. And you have stayed long enough with the heartache, because by the time you get to a place of saying that I am really tired, I can't bear this anymore. Do you know that it's possible? I didn't ask him how long, but it's possible that he's been in this relationship for 8 years.
Yep. Absolutely.
And this girl maybe has had chances of a serious man for 6 months. She goes away. And all of a sudden, when the serious man that she thought was serious falls off the grid,
comes back.
She comes back. And then she's like, can we go for a movie? I miss our time together. And all of a sudden, this guy feels like, oh, God has answered my prayer. The girl is back. Now, it's possible that you can have year in, year out for 8 years. You're waiting for the same girl, but you're thinking one day she's going to get tired. One day like this, and that one day never comes. Like a hyena who is moving behind a human being, while a human being is busy with the hand like this, the hyena thinks that hand is going to fall off anytime. But the hand is not falling off. so you're giving yourself hope, but to no end.
That's true.
There is no hope. A person that loves you should show you, should prove to you, should indicate it every day. It's a practice that they do every day. Every day what they're doing is they're running away from you. The other thing is they usually cancel meetings last moment. Because you planned for a date.
Because a more important
thing has come up.
So you are not even second or third priority.
You're an option that is last on the list.
Well, whether you like it or not, you're in the wrong place Just like you said, the question you asked, completely wrong place. And if you think things will change along the way, you're lying to yourself. You're setting yourself for bigger disappointments and more pain. So cut your losses right now, respect yourself enough, and walk away. Now, the day you choose to walk away, she will come for you.
Yes.
The day you choose to, the moment she reads the signs of withdrawal, she will try to. She will try to, I would call it seduce. Or she will try to, because, as I said, they're not in for commitment, but they love the fact that you being around at least serves a certain interest. You could be a good sponsor that you part with some money, or at least the lonely times. Because most of those girls are looking for an impossible partner. They are looking for something that does not really exist. And in most cases, they rarely find that guy. Sometimes they are pursuing their ex.
I know.
They are pursuing their ex who left long time ago. And
That can never have
will
back.
never come back. And so they're looking for their ex from every man. And they're not finding that ex. So this nice guy who's given his life to you, who is available to commit and love you regardless, okay, is just a filler. So for as long as you want to stay a filler, you want to just stay there, you'll always stay there. But
Even
nothing
when
good will
they
ever
agree
come
to
out
marry.
of it. Nothing.
Never.
Nothing. Even when you marry, that's the kind of girl
Oh my
who will
goodness,
tell
it
you,
will even
my
be
friends are more
worse.
important than you.
I know.
Okay? You will ask her that would want to go and visit mom in the village, and she will tell you, I'm hanging out with my
No,
friends
I'm not
today.
going. Yeah.
You will tell her that we're thinking of like a family thing as a family.
Oh, I'm hosting people at home, and she'll say,
she'll
I'll
like,
not
but
be available.
I wish you had told me earlier. I mean, you would have given me at least a 2 to 3 months notice, because I have a party with the girls. I have a party with the friends.
Or the boss will even be better than will.
Everything else will always be a priority. You'll always come second or third. So you want to live that kind of life? Go ahead. But I would suggest, walk away.
It's not worth it.
Walk away. And as I said, the day you choose to walk away, she will chase. She will start chasing you.
But that should
so
not
don't
lie
be
to you.
lied to
Yes.
that she's interested or she loves you, anything. She just feels good when you're hanging around, but she's not interested in you.
And she doesn't want anyone to have you because she knows how good. And by the way, such ladies know how good the man is.
Yeah.
That this is a nice man. This is a respectful man. This is a loyal man. They know all those things. And back to the conversation that you talked about with your guys, that says that when you find a woman that is tired, now there are women that come to their wits' end after they have tried everything, and now they are 40, now they are 38, 39, and they have tried, and now they're back to their senses, and they're like, the same guy I was actually abusing or denying time or not having his time was a good father, was a good husband, was a good everything. And maybe chances are that person is already into another person's hands.
It happens a lot. It does.
And now they seek to resurrect what no longer is.
Exactly.
And I have seen marriages that come down
Because
where
of
the man
that.
still felt this was my first cut.
Yeah.
And the man feels like, because most of those men, they will be like, you become like the yardstick of what a woman is. So sometimes they're also frustrated because they go away looking for that same kind of woman.
Yeah, okay.
And yet they will never find.
They'll never find.
Now
them.
they get into another relationship, they move on, they are not as much interested, but they have moved on and they have built their families.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden,
Absolutely.
you are 49-year-old, 45-year-old who has failed to settle with everyone. The Mr. Right got lost somewhere in the mails and did not arrive. All of a sudden, now you're seeking to resurrect the other relationship
by killing a certain
by
marriage.
killing a certain marriage,
Yeah.
because you did not use your chance or your time well. And by the way, even if you are warned 1,000 times,
I know.
it will never happen.
I know.
Like, no one can warn you enough to tell you this is a good man. Please, if you take this man will be a good father, you will always feel like there's something lacking.
Same scenario for again the gentlemen who are in that kind of space where you feel you're dating yourself, where you feel you're alone in a relationship.
Yeah, one-sided.
Yes, with the one-sided one. Some girls feel they are too good for you. Too good for you to mean. When she looks at herself, she feels she's doing you a favor.
To be with you.
And in most cases, it's because of their body build up, shape and color and beauty and everything. She looks at you and she feels like, well, he's caring, he's nice, blah blah blah, but I feel like I'm bored. I am bored. I am bored. As though there is food to be served.
Oh, it's like an entertainment project.
Yes, at a theater. You understand? Bored. Someone is looking for a wife and a mother
to
settle down with, but you're bored. By the way, this is serious. The reason as to why most men right now have moved away from seeking beauty in as far as a qualification for marriage
is concerned
is because of that. They get a lot of trouble and headache from this girl who turns heads everywhere, because these girls, much as God gave them the beauty, what God did not give them, or what they did not learn, or what they did not help themselves with, to understand that you are that beautiful at 25 into your 30s, okay, until you're 35 and you're 40, and things are not as rosy as they used to be, okay?
The body format is changing.
The body format is somehow, agreeing to the fact that you're aging.
And there is nothing more to show for your life.
And so the body is in agreement with the age factor, and they're saying yes.
Gravity pulling it down.
So when gravity is pulling everything down, that's when now you start to realize that, what I glorified and magnified and put out as my best asset
is temporary.
Was only and only for 15 years, 10 to 15 years, and now reality is knocking at the door. That right now my doctor said I have fibroids, okay, and I've gone through an operation, and then they are saying that your window to ever get a child is some 5 years, and you're like, hey, you're waking up too late. You're waking up too late to reality. Now you're a girl and you're out there. Certain a factor called change is happening on you every day that passes. Even if you choose to stay 25 for another 10 years,
we will see the changes.
The changes will not lie on you that you have aged. So do yourself a favor. If you have someone who can love you at 28, at 29, and is willing to commit, stop the games of being bored. Come to your senses. This is not a cinema. This is not a theater.
You're not supposed to be entertained.
You understand? There is nothing about
boredom.
It is about taking care of the most important things, so that when you are 45, you don't have to look back and regret that I wish I did this when I was 30. You throw all your 15 years, and all of a sudden you're 45, and no one can even look at you. No one even cares. Because there are some girls who are 25 and 30.
And that's how you start looking for the 20 years or the 20-year-old boys.
You're looking for like a guy to manipulate?
I know.
And turn out to be your toy, sex toy.
But still there is no satisfaction in that.
So, thing is, whatever that you are doing in the name of I'm too good for anyone, it is a lie. And that lie is on you. The game is on you. Just a matter of time, and reality will come knocking very hard, tough and hard on you, and you'll be like, I wish. Those are the regrets I talked about. The regrets we have in life are not about the mistakes, because mistakes but
that means you did
the
something.
Pain in knowing what to do and you don't do it is really heavy, Hilda. As in, you're like, shh, I was stupid, because I could see it.
From day one. It didn't hide. It was in plain sight.
So when you're turning 45, the so-called boring guy has a flourishing family, a happy family, found a girl who is average, settled with that girl, and they have made a very beautiful home, a very nice home, and they're having life, and they're enjoying life. And all of a sudden, you're sending them messages, and you're trying to become funny.
I used to be busy, but now I'm no longer busy.
Ebyo.
You feel like you want to abuse them. I saw someone wanting to jeer.
I know.
I know, but just like you said, you save yourself so much regret and so much heartache as a man. But I still want us to dig deep into the reasons as to why it takes so long, and sometimes some men are never even released from such shackles. I have seen men that have gone to the age of 40 without any marriage partner, and because someone refused to actually be in their life, and so they just decided to leave. They felt they would never love anyone else. They felt like this was it, and if this does not work, then I don't want anything else. And when you dig deep in their lives, there is an ex that did not love them, and so they didn't feel the need to even open up another chapter of their life. So many of them are still holding on. There are so many that have been in these relationships for 8 years, for 10 years, because there is no telling when Mr. Right for this girl will come. But for as long as Mr. Right has not come, even if it's 10 years to 15 years, they will stall you and they will string you along with all the possible men that they can be able to string you along. So what ties their hearts in these relationships, where it is crystal clear that, by the way, you are not loved, you are not needed, as in where amanyi bagajjawa to give themselves the hope, that unending hope, the never dying hope, for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 8 years, 10 years, they're still in the same thing. Those guys are very patient.
I don't know if you have enough time or you're going into a break, because that's a long one.
Yeah, I think we do. We have enough time.
We have enough time. Okay. Between your 20s and your 30s is where the most energy exists. Is where whatever that you devote your life to, okay, set space for your 30s and can extend even into your 40s and etc. and etc. And you realize most people, even if it's organizations, we target such because they're easy to manipulate and easy to recruit and use. Because one, if you look into alignment of purpose, is where it's lacking. Strategy is lacking.
20 to 30, clarity, no clarity.
No
direction.
Majority. But they have all
the muscle,
the strength, that if they devote themselves to something, even if it's moving this building, they will move it.
Wow.
Okay. Now, where there is wrong alignment of purpose, whatever that consumes them is able, as I said, whatever that
position.
Yes, whatever that consumes you in that age. That's why I'm very, very intentional to tell the young men, between your 20s and 30s, focus on money. There's no regret about making a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's no regret about
there is no heartbreak.
There is no heartbreak in making a lot of money.
There is no boredom.
There is no boredom in them. Make a lot of money. Love yourself so much, and put everything concerning a girl on hold.
Look good, Balumi.
If I can be 20 enough. Now, if I can be 20 again,
you'd have had your haircuts and your
put on my nice
you put them on now.
I would kulumya mitima. Get everything synchronized.
Purpose.
Target. Get all your energies into building yourself. Make a lot of money. A lot of it. There are no regrets about making a lot of money. That will extend into your 30s. By the time you turn 35, you're your own boss. You have a steady income. Okay? By the time you turn 40s, 45, you're a millionaire. You're a billionaire.
So when should they think about marrying?
So,
not dating.
No.
Marrying.
I'm not.
We are still in the equation of the 20 to 30.
What sets pace for life. I call it life because that's like the most important, the biggest stretch of our life. Those 10 years mean a lot to your growth as a man. They really mean a lot. That's why university usually will release you at 22, 23. So you have at least 7 years
to set pace
for
your life.
Yes, because
lay the foundation.
Yes, because when you get into your 30s and you're getting into your 40s, you understand. Right now, if you ask me, I'm thinking about nothing else but money.
Yeah.
You understand? So when you get into your 30s and you have some money, this is my advice. Just marry. Don't waste a lot of time trying to date. Marry someone's girl. Marry someone's daughter.
First date, propose.
Don't look for the hippies. Don't look for a mature woman, a grown-up woman, serious with his life, with
One
her
who has
life.
an aim also.
Yes, look for that kind of woman. She may not have the beauty and the shape,
the glamour,
the
hourglass
She may not
shape.
have all that. The thing is, think about it. If that's all that mattered, why is it that some of them are being left in the house and men are running away?
I know.
If that's all that mattered in a marriage, why is it that there are beautiful women
Who are
that men will tell you, if I were to run 1,000 kilometers away from this woman,
I would.
or if someone saved me and took her away, I would give her as a gift.
But again, you're fighting for that.
So it's not all that matters. Tebakulimba.
So
There is
tuvemo
more to
buto.
life. There is more to life than just beauty. And something applies to a woman.
Yes.
There is more about your life than just you looking beautiful. You're just stupid and a fool to think that it's only your body shape and your beauty that makes that. You think when we turn our heads, we are wowed. We are wowed for a second.
That's
and
what
for
they
a minute.
think.
Let me tell you, that's why when you put up a picture, we zoom it in and out like this.
To make sure that you see all the details.
But that's the end of it.
That's as far as you can go.
So if you think they will keep zooming you in and out like that, I'm saying using you. Because that's what you guys stage up yourselves for. You stage up yourself for being used. While the man in this equation is looking for someone to settle with. So looks for your friend who is average but serious with her life, marries
Settles
her.
with her.
Nasigala ng'akozesa gwe.
And you're available.
You're available. And it's all about your beauty. And all that he wants,
You're on the shelf.
all that he
you're
wants
selling
is
yourself.
between now and then and the time onatandikira okaddiwa,
Nga
there will be
kuvaako. There will be another
younger-
hot one.
Another hot one. That's why a man in his 40s, 45, who is still playing games, does not look for a woman who is a married man in his
30.
40s, 45. You understand?
They look for
50s.
20,
They are
21.
looking for a 25-year-old.
They have said it all.
They are looking for a 25-year-old. Tayagala mukadde. Kakati, you in your 30s, you think you compete with this girl? No, it's impossible.
Grow up.
Grow up. Don't make the mistakes.
What the others made.
Don't cheapen yourself to allow to be used simply because you're beautiful. Who told you that the passport? Who told you that your beauty is the ticket to being used?
It's like God made a mistake.
It's like, I know.
It's
So
insulting
it's
God.
wrong. Let
It's
God give you some
insulting
wisdom
God.
to understand
Yeah.
that everything nice about you, even the future, your future should be that nice. I have a
And you work for
I
it.
have a
You
beautiful
make
woman.
good.
I have I'm here. I have a beautiful woman with a beautiful home, with a beautiful future, intelligent and wise. What's wrong about you? Wanji? Probably I wouldn't be seated with you or having a home with you if you chose to be that kind of girl, because you have the beauty, you have the looks, you have everything. You would have used them to trade. I call it trading.
Cheap trading.
I call it trading because why use a good thing for something bad?
Yeah. For
Why
evil.
think that the body that I have, the beauty that I have, should be abused?
I know.
You get me?
Should be available for everyone.
For everyone, that everyone knows how you look.
It's like the G-nuts in those baskets.
It's annoying. And as I've said,
Testing.
As I've said, if you're a beautiful girl and you're listening to me, look into your circles.
Yeah.
Most of the girls that are average in your circles are all married.
Yeah.
Gwe tolowoozaako lwaki they are married and you're not. The so-called average girls that you went to school with, abasinga
Have
bafumbo,
settled down.
they have a child or two,
And they're happy.
and they're happy in their marriages. And guess what? You're still servicing their husbands. You're servicing the husbands of your average
because
friends.
of your beauty. Misusing
of
your
your
beauty. Insulting God.
You and what do they do? You are an escort. When they are going to
I know,
Dubai
to
and
Dubai,
they are
they go
lonely,
with you.
they go with you.
On the yacht, on the boat, everywhere.
But
Well,
they-
you don't have
but
any
that's-
program for
but
yourself.
that's as far as
You can
they
go.
don't want you anywhere. after that. And they don't want you to surface anywhere.
And after 6 months, they are tired of that. They want something fresh.
They want something fresh and younger.
And prettier.
So, save yourself between 20 and 30.
For a man, because we were talking, you were giving us the milestone
for a man that all your energies.
That is why they stick to these relationships.
Exactly, because because they get all their energies and invest it in the wrong place. Hilda, I'll tell you, a young man between your 20s and 30s, if you're looking at a girl who is 23, 24, 25, you're competing with a 45-year-old on that girl. And that 45-year-old, whatever that you can give this girl, you can't. So save yourself the trouble of competing with a man like me. Sente zange nzikoze kusinga emyaka 2 ku 25 nakola dda sente zange bwe mba njagala kwana, I can spend money on that girl. So you competing with me will be very hard. So save yourself the pain and the trouble to compete with me
between 20 and 30.
Save yourself that trouble and the pain and the heartache and the headache. Make your money.
Lay your head low.
Make your money. Leka sente zikulye zikubire n'endulu.
Let hustle.
There is no regret in your 30s about having a lot of
money. Take on multiple jobs. Fill up your hours.
Be available to be on the next flight to go to Sudan, to go to Congo.
Not to say, but if I go, I will find heartache. I know. That's what they keep saying. They keep doing.
So a young man that is there, we have these camps, by the way.
Yep.
And I am damn serious about telling my boys, devote yourself and your energies to what profits. Love is a very expensive feeling. Don't spend your energy on what does not profit. That's scripture.
So what I hear you say is, in the ages between 20 and 30,
we devote our energies to the wrong thing.
To the wrong things.
One of them thinking that I'm in love.
I know. And it becomes expensive in the long run. And you don't feel how expensive it is until you're over 30. All the delays, the money that you didn't make, because such men, by the way, they're usually nice men.
Everything, even loss of ambition.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that has so much potential to cause a man lose strategy and focus like a woman.
Like a woman, yeah.
They will fire you from a job. You'll fail to concentrate at work.
That's what
you'll
I
fail
was
to concentrate on
say.
running a business.
I know.
You can't concentrate simply
you
because
want to be there.
Because there is someone
to chase, whether she has time to find out, to call her, so you're
snooping, you're CID, you're FBI, everywhere
you're camping at her home.
And she does not care.
And you're saying love is in the air. Even when you're posting your posts, love is in the air. And then you feel you want to outdo yourself. You want to put on a certain way because maybe you're thinking, because you start editing yourself.
Come for coaching.
You start editing yourself.
Come in the menu mix. Come in our circles. We will help you. You drive a very nice car. Smells so good. On point. You sit with your sister.
And just walk past them. I just pray that they can get that energy. That is exactly what we are
by the way, let me tell you, we are
now.
very intentional on this.
We need to also pray for them.
Drive an agenda that men, young men, okay, devote your energies, your strength to what matters and what profits. One of them, make a lot of money.
And serve God.
Of course.
Serve God within that
Love
time.
your God. Make a lot of money. Look good.
And just seek knowledge.
Don't carry a burden that you don't need right now. Seek knowledge.
Go for mentorship sessions, because then that is when you get the discernment.
And
you're like, you know what? I've lived 4 years in this thing and it's not moving, and I'm still giving it time.
I get a lot of pain where someone is telling you, I'm the one who has paid all her tuition through university.
Those things are happening.
And all of a sudden, she's now getting married to someone else.
Man.
Who told you to pay her tuition?
I know.
Don't pay her tuition.
Don't
pay her tuition. Start depositing on a piece of land.
Women,
don't. She's not your wife.
I know.
You want to pay tuition for your wife.
There is no future. There is no agreement. There is nothing.
Aish. We come for coaching.
So what you're saying, let's just give tips to people who are going through this. Today we are concentrating on a gentleman, because there are so many women who are also in such relationships where the man is running and the woman is chasing for her life. And for the women, by the way, they become too patient, to the extent I have seen women who have become older in age, but they're still waiting. You never know, maybe an opportunity will be there, and they even fail to get into marriages. But how do you propose this person breaks away from this, because it becomes a yoke around their neck, and there's somewhere where the Bible says that because of the fatness, because you're fattened, the yoke shall be broken off you. I believe that fatness comes because of the knowledge and the wisdom that you get to say, you know what, this is it. I don't think I'm eating this bait anymore. I don't think I'm buying into these temporary feelings anymore. I think it's better I cut away. So walking away fails them so many times, because sometimes they want closure. Tell me please, what did I do wrong? I don't know whether you've seen some men cry like that. They're asking you tell me, okay, even if we are to separate, but tell me, what did I do wrong so that I can prepare for the next relationship? But in a way, they are telling these women, I don't want to go, I love you, I still love you. And the woman is saying, I'm not willing to change anything. So stay in this game as long as you want. I'm not going to tell you I don't love you. Okay, but if you want to stay in this relationship that does not exist, stay in this relationship. How do they pull away?
Before you get to that, the way God created man or human being, a human being is a spirit with a body and a soul. And the soul is where we find these three things: the mind, the emotions, and the will. Now, it's fortunate or unfortunate, most especially where there is a soul connection, because the soul connection, it's deep into a human being. And so when it's entangled, it's different. When it's connected, it's also different, because entanglement is a little bit easy to deal with, because then there are things that have caused that,
the entanglement,
so you can deal with them and somehow find a way to help.
Disentangle.
But where there is that connection, that deep connection, then it calls for deep prayer, because those are soul ties.
Yes.
It goes deeper, that I would understand where someone says, I am helpless. When he shows up, everything about me melts. All my guards down. Before you realize, I am pregnant.
Given in. Yeah.
With the same guy that I feel I hate.
Because he has never loved me.
Because he's never loved me. So there you seek spiritual help from your pastor, who can pay attention to spiritual things and help you deal with them. Because then it can end up there. As I said, the entanglement.
And you can end up like that for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So you find because those women that we're talking about, most especially the women, by the way, they really suffer a lot from that. And that's why I made mention of something, that you can find a woman in her 40s who has never been divorced, never been married, no child, and she's still straight. Yeah. God-fearing, loving, but has not found the right partner.
Still hopeful.
The other way around, a man in his 40s,
no child, never been married, never
divorced, blah blah, because every time there is a problem.
Run away.
Run.
For your life.
There's something they're not telling you. There's something they're not telling you.
There's a deep-seated pain that maybe you'll never even manage in your life.
And they know it.
Wow.
So you will have a lot to deal with when you get into his life. You'd rather find one who will tell you, I have 2 children. I made my mistakes.
But I want to live great.
I've been divorced 2 times. But I want to commit.
Yeah.
And so I know my where I've erred. I know where I've gone wrong. But I would want to commit.
At least you have somewhere to start.
You have somewhere to start.
Oh, wow. Time is usually not on our side, but when we begin such conversations, sometimes I feel like going on and on and on and on. There are so many people. Love is supposed to be a happy feeling. Love is supposed to be something that we cherish, something that we hold closer to our hearts. It's not something that is supposed to be, hurting, causing depression, causing suicidal thoughts, And if you're going through anything, we know that life is not easy. We pray together with you, we stand together with you. In case you need help, you can come forth. We have we have a house full of coaches that can be able to actually nurture you, help you make the decisions that you need to be able to make. In case you need to sign up for mentorship, you can as well sign up for mentorship. For those of you that want to become people helpers, you want to be a coach, you want to be a counselor, you want to be a psychologist, you want to be someone that holds people's hands and helps them through whatever problems that they're going through. The men's mentorship, most of you have been asking about that on YouTube and even on TV. If you send a message, if you send a WhatsApp to on the number on the screen, we'll be able to send you the link so that you can be able to join the group and then get further information on how you can be able to be mentored as a man, to make wealth, to have a beautiful family, to just be happy in life. You deserve it. We need men that are happy. We need men that are leaders and men that are full of wisdom. Otherwise, from us to you is bye-bye.